Hello, this is Simon at Driving Spirit, just trying to handle the camera. It's one of those days I thought I've just got to share the contents of our premises at the moment. We've got some amazing vehicles here today, and we have had this. It's been an extraordinary time actually. So I just thought I'd give you a quick look around to see what we're working on and what's in at present. So, customer has come in their beautiful Ami 6, which 1960, I think it's a 63 car. Fabulous, just with a proper Ami 6 radio built in over there in the center console. And yeah, what beautiful clean lines these cars have. Beautiful, simple but elegant interior design, and that incredible reverse raked rear window. These yogurt pot rear lights, which they changed in about 1964, I think. I think the 1965 models had more modern, smaller rear lights, but aren't they just something else? They're pure Americana actually in some ways, just gorgeous things. And yeah, that's just so pretty. Holly leaf pattern upholstery, which was the earliest upholstery style, and those seats are honestly like sitting on marshmallows. Then we have an SM, yes, an SM, Citroën Maserati Coupe. Citroën bought out Maserati in I think it was 1968, and worked with Maserati to produce this luxury Citroën saloon. And you've got these 6 square and oblong headlights behind the grille. These inner ones, as you can see, angled over to the left at the moment because the car is slightly steered to the left. So these headlights swivel with the steering. I think it's these outer ones pivot up and down with the suspension, and so you've got self-leveling and directional headlights. You've got the glorious quad cam Maserati V6 here, which is basically a V8 with 2 of the cylinders hacked off, which actually, because it's a 90-degree engine, it does make it a little bit rougher than the ideal, which I think is 60 odd degrees for a V6. So a little bit of a lumpy V6, but actually, you know, it's a really characterful 1970s engine. They were a little demanding, actually. They well, Italian hypercar, what do you expect? But mainly because Maserati were not aware of what Citroën wanted to drive off the engine. And you see there's this jack shaft here coming off the front of the engine where the timing gear is, and driving an air conditioning compressor, the extremely important, the vital hydraulic pump, Citroën hydraulic pump, as well as the alternator. So the engine was loaded up beyond what it was designed to bear, and that did put a stress on the timing chains. I'm not fully au fait with the problems of these, but I am vaguely aware of the fact that they needed treating carefully. These are the suspension spheres on the car. Like all wonderful Citroens of the time, the car didn't have any springs at all. The springing was carried out by nitrogen gas in this outer portion of the sphere. Then there was a neoprene rubber diaphragm, and the fluid from the high pressure hydraulics would bear up against the neoprene diaphragm and basically be sprung by the nitrogen, the compressed nitrogen in here, usually running at somewhere around about 65 to 70 bars depending on the application. And the hydraulic tank there, the reservoir, to basically supply the fluid to give the car all of its hydraulic functions, and those functions included both the self-leveling suspension, and here you can see why the car's in. It's in because it's bleeding. It's bleeding green fluid, so we need to find out why. But basically these hydropneumatic systems, once they fitted this green fluid, this LHM, became very reliable. I mean, they're not given to the sort of problems that people imagine they would have. And you can see the car sitting right down on its haunches there, but when it started up it will rise to a given ride height. That ride height is actually controllable. This is the setting that you would normally drive in, but you can lift this lever and you can make the car go down or up. These two are for increased ground clearance at lower speeds to sort of clear perhaps farm tracks or something like that, and then this one to change a wheel for maintenance. So this will take the car right to the top and it will be rock solid. So you've got these beautiful, beautiful stylish leather seats in here, front and rear, and the iconic oval dials of the dashboard. You know, very, very stylish 70s interior. It's very French and at the same time opulent, and this Ferrari-esque gear change gate. So yeah, wonderful car. So we've got that, and I'm sure if you keep an eye on Facebook that you'll see the progress of this car, which will be a great joy. And additionally, we have this fabulous 1968 DS21 Palace. You know, it's tatty, it's far from perfect, but at the same time it's such a nice car to drive. And we've got hydraulic gear change, so on this particular model we've got this is what starts the car like that, and also what engages gears. It literally, by moving this lever forwards or backwards, you can change gears. There's no clutch, so you've got the accelerator here. This mushroom on the floor is the brake pedal. This is the parking brake. So the gear change is operated entirely by hydraulics, and so we've just been setting that up so that it wafts from gear to gear. You've got first, you've got reverse, you've got second, third and fourth, like that, and then over there to start it. So yeah, wonderful. Again, real genius sort of genius engineering, typical of Citroën of the time, in this really evocative 60s style interior, and absolutely fabulous visibility and huge spaciousness and airiness to the interior. These cars, there's nothing like them. They're just quite extraordinary. So I particularly love on these the indicators in these cornets above the rear window. So that's fabulous, and I'm sure there's more to be said on that in the future as well. And then we've got this 1964 Piaggio Ape that's just arrived this morning, so we've got to make that work. So that's going to be very interesting. Got a weakness for Vespas, and this, of course, Ape means bee, where Vespa means wasp. So this was the worker, this was the commercial vehicle, so that's to be done. We think we've got to the bottom of the problems with this BX GTI 16 valve. We've got a Series 1 Land Rover and a workshop full of, well, we've just got rid of one Lambretta this morning. We've got a lovely late PX, 2007 Vespa PX there. That's my Vespa 150 Sportique VBB and a Vespa GTS 125. And the usual suspects being gradually moved on in the back here. This Charleston, we've just taken a deposit on that, so that's underway. Bernard here, we really must get Bernard finished. And this customer's Diane here, where we're currently working on restoring the tailgate, having done all the body stuff, and we're looking forward to getting this car in new paint. And this car is going to be Orange Ténéré. So this is Simon Day reporting from Driving Spirit, and wish you a blessed weekend, and thank you for watching. And if you enjoy keeping up to date with all we're doing, please do consider pressing the like button and subscribing, and we'll keep you up to speed as we publish more videos. Bless you. Bye bye.